So we went to North Carolina to visit my dad.
It was in Greenville, North Carolina, home of Mr. Beast.
He wasn't there though.
We tried to find him, but we couldn't.
One of the things that we got to do was we went to Shackleford Banks. It's kind of a little sandbar that you have to take a ferry out to. There's tons of shells there. This is a giant whelk shell. My dad just pulled this out of the ocean.
So we also got to ride a boat out to the little island. It was kind of fun the first way there.
Yeah.
Like we got to see some dolphins and stuff like that.
And some horses. They have horses there. We got to see those.
But when we were leaving the island, we were pretty much running away from a storm.
Yeah.
And so the boat was like going like this.
And a lot of like spraying salt water right at us. While we were down by the ocean, we also went over to Fort Macon.
It kind of reminded me of the fort at St. Augustine a little bit. Yeah, they had all kinds of little rooms that showed off like what the soldiers wore and where they slept, and they had cannons and stuff like that.
They had little buttons that you could press and it would like play a little voice recording. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got to lock up the fort, dude.
Good job.
So we also went to Atlantic Beach. We spent a little bit of time there. Elliot was like digging around in the sand and found all these little like, what are they called? Sand puppies or something?
I don't know. They look like little worms, like see-through worms. But he loved it. He was like, what is that? And he kept finding them and he was just so excited about it. It kind of grosses me out though.
So in New Bern, they have a Pepsi store. It's like the birthplace of Pepsi.
It's like an old-timey like soda shop.
Yeah, it's basically like a gift shop. And we got a lot of little things there. But the coolest part was We saw it from an Adam the Woo video.
That's how we knew that it was there.
Yeah, and when we went there was like a book that you
guest
sign.
book,
Yeah, a guest book. And we found his name in the guest book.
So ever since my dad moved to North Carolina a couple years ago, they've been raving and telling us how great this place is called Simply Natural Creamery. It's like there are cows right there, and then they make ice cream and chocolate milk.
And it smelled like cows outside.
Yeah, it smelled pretty.
But the ice cream was really good.
Yeah. Inside didn't smell.
So Elliot got to spend one night with his grandparents, and we got to go out on a date night.
Elliot was so excited. He was like, when are you going to leave? Please, I want you to leave, and hang out with them by myself. So we went out and we had the most amazing dinner. We went to the Starlight Cafe and Farm.
And then after dinner, we got to do Captain Jack's mini golf, which was like this pirate themed, but also like they had a bunch of Christmas stuff in there too.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
And it was like June.
But that was really cool. There was like nobody in there, so we had the whole place to ourselves. So besides the Starlight Cafe, one of our favorite places to eat there was Sam Jones Barbecue.
Super good. They barbecue it right on site. They also had, what's that soda?
Oh, they had Cheerwine.
Cheerwine. And it's
Which is not wine.
It's kind of like a cherry soda.
Yeah.
Like cherry cream soda kind of thing. Pretty good.
So whenever we go anywhere, we got to do something video game related.
Obviously.
And we found like a video game store / arcade.
The video game store was called Well Played Games. Highly recommend. The main draw there was the arcade.
Yeah, and they had a Minecraft Dungeons machine, so Elliot and I got to spend a lot of time playing that and collecting some more cards.
So they also had a claw machine there. What was that one that's like
an alien thing? I don't know what it's called.
So it was a great week hanging out with my dad and going to the beach, and we can't wait to come back.
They also had really cool sunsets at your dad's house.
Yeah.
You can come back in here when it's quiet. Yeah. And it's
I guess I could put one of your bench.
Look back here. Having fun?
Yeah. Trying to get the ants. And
On the way home, we made a quick stop at Pigeon Forge. Elliot always likes to do MagiQuest, so we spent a ton of time leveling up. I think we beat it. And for lunch, we went to this kind of diner place that had these, like, you could sit in like a car
And
when
it's
you
like
ate.
a 50s,
Yeah.
like themed diner. While we were in Pigeon Forge, we stayed at a different place than last time. Last time we stayed at an Airbnb and it was weird to get to. This time we stayed at the Park Vista Hotel, which was very cool.
It was like a giant cylinder.
All
Like,
the rooms were like on the outside, so every room had like a gorgeous view.
yeah, when you look up from the lobby, it's just like a giant, like,
Elevator.
yeah.
It's like open, but like one elevator.
And they had a really cool pool, so you could stay cool at the pool with a water slide.
Plus, we also went to the restaurant there, and it was super good, and they had a really cool view.
okay, when did the first Mario game come out?
1983.
Okay, why does he call himself Mr. B 6000?
That was his YouTube name.
Water slide, take one.
So we had a really fun trip to North Carolina. I feel like at first I was like, what are we gonna do in North Carolina? But there was like a ton of stuff to do, and I really liked seeing going to all the beaches and seeing the Pepsi store and all that stuff.
We'll definitely be back. My dad lives there, so
Yeah.
I want to go and see him more.
And maybe next time we'll find Mr. Beast.
Maybe.